Hey, my name is Paul Vassak, and I'm an Apple Professional Development Specialist working in Charleston, West Virginia in the Kanawha County school system. In this video, I'm going to introduce myself, and it's going to be the first part of my portfolio submission for the Lamar University Apple Distinguished Educator and Apple Employee Doctoral Cohort Program. So I wanted to tell you a little bit today about my beliefs with global education and my experiences, and also multicultural education as well. And I started teaching in 2003. I was part of the 2003 Teach for America Washington, D.C. cohort, and I taught for 3 years in the inner city schools in D.C. and had a very diverse student population. And I learned a lot from the classes I was taking at American University and also from the support systems in Teach for America itself that all children can achieve. They just need the proper supports, and that responsibility is of the educators, of the administration, and of the teachers. And I really took it to heart to make sure that although many of my kids were coming from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, to make sure that they had access to an excellent education, because I really do feel that social mobility is possible. In 2006, I left DC and I moved down to Pasco County, Florida, and I taught there for 7 years. And last year, I was a ICT specialist, so I was in charge of supporting 20 schools with instructional technology, and some schools were in the suburban part of the county that was near Tampa, that was probably middle class slash upper class community, and then other parts were up in the orange groves where there's a large migrant farm worker community. So we had the unique challenge of trying to find really innovative ways to teach students English and support them with reading when they were coming from different parts of the world to come work in the orange groves. And currently, I'm working in Kanawha County schools and have a similar role, professional development specialist supporting 70 schools. So we have inner city schools in Charleston, but we also have rural schools that are on the outskirts of the county that have very different demographics. So it's important that we just correspond with the community and do our best to find innovative ways to meet everybody's needs. And looking forward, one way I think that can be accomplished is by leveraging all of the resources that instructional technology can provide, but also shifting the pedagogy and education from teacher direct instruction to encouraging students to own their learning and set goals and to engage in project-based and inquiry-based instruction. And I really think that will yield higher student gains and engagement in the long run. So I'm definitely an advocate of those types of instruction. For global education, when I was in DC, I had the opportunity to join a program called Learn, Serve, Ethiopia. And I spent the summer 2004 in Waliso, Ethiopia, spending the mornings teaching summer school, the English classes, and in the afternoons it was a service trip too. So we were doing workshops and helping building a school. But what I remember from that experience was that you had to apply to go to summer school, and it was a privilege to be able to get extra education. And the hunger that those students had for knowledge was incredible, really touched me. So I just made me bring my A game every day, and that definitely was a true inspiration, how badly they wanted to get an education, because that equals social mobility. And I really thought that was a good example that stuck with me. While I was teaching in Florida, I started what was called a global partnership program, and it was a club where we Skyped with a partner school in China, and the kids loved it for a cultural exchange, but also we did collaborative projects where they corresponded with a partner in the other class in Shenzhen, and they loved it. And I just really saw good engagement. I said, this is a good thing to form a little global village within our classroom. So I wanted to keep doing that in other capacities. And last year, I was part of NEP program, which was a program in Pasco County that allowed us to correspond and collaborate with teachers in Afghanistan, China, Uganda, and it was absolutely incredible. And I have a passion for global education, and if there was one main issue I want to focus on, is making sure every female has just as much access to education as males on the planet. Thanks for watching.